Hello you beautiful people. Today we're jumping into the autumn season and the festival playlist for series 40 to complete this week's FORZA challenges over the road to grab 200 FORZA points and the much needed percentage for the festival playlist. So if you happen to be new around here, definitely consider subscribing so you can find your way back to the channel super easy. A like rating would be much appreciated. Let's go complete this week's FORZA challenges. Now, this wouldn't be a Skippy weekly FORZA video if I didn't mention Lake Lodge. If you want to maximise your FORZA points, then you definitely want to have this house in your inventory. It will double all FORZA points for all FORZA activities, daily FORZA challenges, weekly FORZA challenges, and FORZA lives every hour on the hour. This house is quite expensive, 5 million credits, or it is free if you have the VIP pass. Now for this week's FORZA challenges over the road, they've not made things easy. We're going to be using the 2015 Mercedes-benz number 24 Tankpoo24 racing truck. It can be picked up in the auto show for 500,000 credits. I do have two tunes available for the Tankpoo racing truck, a B-class tune, 1,121 horsepower and 4-wheel drive. This is specifically for chapters 1, 2 and 4. And I have an A-class tune, 1,609 horsepower, again 4-wheel drive, specifically for chapter 3. If you'd like to use either of these tunes, search for game tag Skippy4631 or use the file name Skippy YouTube. Checkouts are in description and in the comments below. Now we will be completing this week's FORZA challenges over the road towards the end of the video, but first we'll be checking out the FORZA shop, the Horizon backstage vote, the Super 7 reward and this week's autumn season playlist rewards. Up first, for 50% completion, you've got one Horizon Backstage Pass. 80% completion, you've got the Pontiac GTO 65. For this week's online trial, Heavy Haul, you've got the Mercedes-benz X-Class. Seasonal Playground Games, or the Autumn Games, you've got the Mercedes-benz G65, a very cool car. And then the 3 seasonal championships. The first one, the FR Spotlight, grabbing the BMW M3 GTR. The McLaren Cup and the McLaren 12C, and finally the sky is the limit, the Nissan GTR 95. With that being said, let's head on over to the FORZA shop, check out this week's goodies. First car up for grabs, the 1990 Nissan Pulsar GTI R, 599 FORZA points. Second car for grabs, the 1954 Mercedes-benz 300 SL Coupe, again 599 FORZA points. 2 clothing items for your feet this week. We've got the Heart slip-ons and the snow boots up for grabs. 75 FORZA points for each of those. And if you're feeling lucky and got any spare FORZA points and knocking around, you grab yourself a normal wheel spin for 100 FORZA points. Or you can nab yourself a super duper wheel spin for 300 FORZA points. Now the Mercedes-benz 300 SL can be picked up in the auto show for around 1.2 million credits. As for the Nissan Pulsar GTI R, it is festival place exclusive. Not available in the auto show, but is ready available in the auction house for around 6 million credits. So it's up to you whether you want to spend FORZA points or you want to spend credits on these two cars. But with that being said, let's head on over to Horizon Backstage, check out this week's vote. Now last week's Horizon Backstage vote saw the Rossian Q1 up against the Ferrari 512S. The Ferrari 512S received the majority of the votes and is now available for purchase in Horizon Backstage. This week's Horizon Backstage vote has the ATS GT up against the Lamborghini Diablo GTR. I can almost guarantee that Diablo is going to win this week's vote, but let me know in the comments which one you're voting for. That Diablo GTR was actually Horizon Super 7's last week's reward, which is quite interesting. With that being said, let's head on over to Horizon Super 7 check out this week's reward. This week's Horizon Super 7 reward is one of my favourite clothing items in Horizon 4. It is the Disco Chicken Suit. If you don't own this and you want to add it to your collection, just complete the 7 challenge cards within Horizon Super 7. Right then, let's crack on with this week's FORZA challenges over the road. Chapter 1, Heavy Duty. Own and drive a race-tuned heavyweight tractor unit, the 2015 Mercedes-benz number 24 Tankpoo24 racing truck. Own and drive then, hop outside at your festival, house or castle, drive 2 seconds down the road, Heavy Duty completed. And with Chapter 1 Heavy Duty completed, it is on to Chapter 2 Pulling Power. Use the 1000 brake horsepower under your right foot to win 3 street race events with the number 24 Mercedes-Benz truck. Now hopping on into the map and then filtering by the street scene series, making them a little bit easier to see and find. Now unfortunately, I can't make blueprint races for the street series. We're going to be using a race called the Monument Wynds. It's one of the shortest street scene races in this series at just 3.2 miles in length. Now to make life a little bit easier in our racing truck, as it's not the best of vehicles to go racing in the street scene series and we do need to win 3 races, you can change the driver tile difficulty to New Racer. No reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. Here we go then, race 1 of 3 in the street scene series, and we do need to win, so don't be afraid to bully the AI, push them around a little bit, make sure you get into the lead and get these 3 races won. Now I am using my B-Class tune, that is my racing tune for these 3 races, and hopefully be able just to cruise to the finish line and get these races done. Coming up to the end of race number 1 and across the line, first place. As I race my way to victory in race number 2 for this chapter, I want to give a massive shout out to all you beautiful, beautiful members. Brandy, Assumed, James, Peter, James, Justin, Victor, Hardy, Rod, FH4 Player, Zeta, Pearl Jam, Peter, Dragon, Terry, Stephen, Kevin, Carlton, Easy and Owen. Thank you all so much for going that extra mile to support the channel. Here we go, third and final race for this chapter. Let's do it again. We're going to slightly bully the driver tiles into the first corner. Just missing the Subaru, and we're going to take second. I'm going to chase down that Subaru, get first, get the win. Coming up to the end of our third and final race for this chapter, and across the line, first place. And there we go, pulling power completed. With chapter 2, pulling power finally completed, it's on chapter 3, engineered to move. Make a belief by achieving 3 stars at any speed trap with the number 24 Mercedes-Benz truck. Now this is where I'll be switching into my A-Class tune to get this chapter complete, 1,609 horsepower, 4-wheel drive. Now for this chapter, once again heading on into your map, but this time filtering by speed traps, making it a little bit easier to see and find. We're going to be using the Astmoor camera located just south of the Mudkickers Adventure Park with their 140 mph 3-star target. We'll be coming in from the east side or the right side of the camera, giving ourselves as much of a run up as possible. Here we go then, let's do it. 3 stars from any speed trap in Horizon 4. 140 mph 3-star target on the Astmoor camera. I've set a waypoint on the camera just to give us a bit of a racing line for that little right hander there, and then it's power down all the way to the camera in 4th gear, maybe flick it up to 5th, up to 130, 135 through the camera at 140.36. That's 3 stars and this chapter complete. There we go, engineered to move, completed. Now I only just cleared the 3-star objective for that Astmoor camera. With a slightly longer run up, you're going to absolutely smash that 3-star target. But that is chapter 3, engineered to move, completed. On to our 4th and final chapter, Snowman. Throw your weight around and escape justice by earning 10 trading paint skills in the number 24 Mercedes-Benz truck. Now to make this chapter a little bit easier, head on into your pause menu, slide on over to Horizon Life, then enter Horizon Solo. This will generate a lot more traffic, making it a lot easier to get those trading paint skills. Now this chapter can be completed absolutely anywhere within the freeway map as long as there is traffic. Easiest place to get it done though is the motorway, and that is exactly where I'm headed. Here we go then, 10 trading paint skills, probably one of the easiest skills to earn in Horizon 4. Find an AI car, slightly brush up against them, you'll earn that trading paint skill. Do that 10 times and you'll have yourself a chapter complete. And after bumping into a few more AI cars earning those 10 trading paint skills, that is chapter 4, Snowman completed, finishing off this week's FORZA challenges over the road. 200 FORZA points in the bank and 15% towards our Autumn Festival playlist. Got any questions about this week's FORZA challenges or FORZA Horizon 4, hit me up in the comments. Do my best to help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, definitely consider subscribing. We'll be completing the rest of the festival playlist live here on the channel in the next couple of days. But as always, stay safe. A like rating would be much appreciated. Have an awesome day.